I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Well, guys, if you have not been outside just yet, listen, trust me, take a jacket with you because it's going to be a little chilly today. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick is getting us ready for the day and getting us ready for this cold front that's heading our way too.
Yeah, chilly this morning, but not related to this big weather change that's going to happen this upcoming Friday. It's just another typically cool October morning, but we'll end up again unseasonably warm by the afternoon hours. But check out how hazy it is, almost to a fair bit smoky over North Idaho. Live looks over Silverwood Theme Park in Athol, Idaho. Yeah, very hazy. You usually can see quite a bit of mountains in the distance there. Not of the sort as of this morning, with temperatures in the mid 40s overall. Smoke and haze still present across the Northwest because these fires along the Cascades in particular have been quite aggressive. But don't forget about the Kootenai River Complex fire in North Idaho, also causing some air quality concerns, especially in those nearby regions. That'll be the case today and tomorrow. A lot cooler over North Idaho, where it is 32 in Sandpoint, 38 in Coeur d'Alene, but mostly in the 40s in Washington, except for Central Washington, 38 in Omak and 38 in Moses Lake, making for a bit of a cooler morning than we've had recently. But we will have a sunny/hazy day ahead of us. Temperatures again topping out in the 70s before we're finished. All this will be gone by the weekend. Big time weather changes are on the way. Rain, wind, mountain snow, and significantly colder temperatures with this storm system that'll move through by Friday evening. So I'll give you the latest in terms of the time frame of this storm system and all the weather implications it'll have for the inland Northwest, all coming up in a couple minutes.
Well, a heads up for drivers who are making their way to Ellensburg this morning. Right now, eastbound lanes on I-90 are fully blocked near exit 106. Now, Washington State Patrol says that two semi-trucks crashed into each other. If you take a look at your screen right now, this is actually a tweet that was sent out by one of their troopers showing a photo of the crash site. Right now, though, there are no reported injuries. However, we are continuing to gather the latest information for you, and we'll keep you updated right here on Up with KREM. Well, happening today is the last of 4 South Hill Dog Park meetings. At tonight's meeting, the East Central community will get a chance to weigh in on the potential Underhill Dog Park. Now, this morning, KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez is joining us live. She actually spoke with neighbors there who say that this is not only about the park that they don't want, but it's also about keeping dogs safe. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Channing. So neighbors say that it's this area just west of Underhill Park that could potentially be turned into that dog park. The plan would be for the city to fence off 7 acres of that natural wooded area.
Go ahead, Veer. I know you're excited, huh?
Robin and Michelle Kaiser love their dogs.
Yeah, your dog's part of your family.
Which is why they're concerned about the potential new dog park at Underhill Park.
I live just over this hill, so we are right on the side of the corner of where the planned fencing would go.
They've lived here for decades, so they know the park well.
A good 80% of this entire area is nothing but the basalt.
Robin says the rocks are dangerous.
Having some rocks is great, dogs to hopping over rocks and stuff, but not something with a 12-foot drop off on the other side of it.
They know from experience.
Thank you.
One of their former dogs went over the edge years ago.
It jumped off and hit its chin.
The Kaisers aren't the only neighbors concerned.
None of us want it down here.
Sam Mace also lives near the park and says it serves an underrepresented community.
This is their natural area. This is their place to play. This is where kids and families can come walk.
Plus, Sam says the people who use the current makeshift South Hill Dog Park don't want the new one at Underhill either. At the first South Hill Dog Park meeting last week, she says Underhill Park did not get one yes vote.
It doesn't meet their needs. They don't want to drive this far. They don't want to come down to this neighborhood. So why is this on the table?
Tonight's meeting will be at Liberty Park Library.
We're going to turn out as many people as we can. We're going to pack the library.
And they'll hand over their petition with hundreds of signatures. So that meeting starts this evening at 6 o'clock, and the city says these are all just discussions at this point. They have not decided on an official spot for the new dog park. In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
It's 7:05. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. The city of Spokane says construction on Riverside Avenue is expected to go into November, but they say it will be worth it for the changes coming.
Exciting to see some of those pieces start to come together. This is a project that's going to really connect east-west in our community and do a nice job of adding additional options for people to be able to utilize mass transit and to be able to connect to where they're going.
In the meantime, they are asking people to pay attention to those road signs. This morning, we are getting details into a deadly motorcycle crash in Spokane Valley that happened on Tuesday morning. Deputies responded to Sprague Avenue and Barker Road, where they found a man who died at the scene. Investigators believe he was speeding when he crashed into a roundabout. Deputies say that motorcycle was reported stolen. In Western Washington, an incredible story. An off-duty firefighter saved a person from a burning car. Take a look. It happened after a 3-car crash on I-90 near Bellevue. Eastside Fire and Rescue says Captain Tom Toll was on his way to work when he saw the crash. He and another person were able to break a window and pull the trapped driver from their burning truck. 2 people were taken to a hospital. No word on their injuries. A Moses Lake manufacturing company is facing more than $200,000 in fines for serious safety and health violations. 2 River Terminal LLC makes products for agricultural fertilizer, airports, and water treatment. Inspectors found employees working on top of rail cars and sulfur trucks without protection. They are facing fines for 46 serious violations and 17 general violations. And that's a look at your morning rush.
KREM 2 is committed to covering the growth here in the Inland Northwest through our Boomtown series. And this morning, we're talking about a likely increase in property taxes.
KREM 2's Malia Kamal spoke to the Spokane County Assessor to find out what property owners can expect.
Homeowners could see as much as a 9% increase come next year, but the county assessor says it's not necessarily a bad thing, and I'm going to explain why.
The only thing certain is death and taxes are going to go up every year.
Spokane County Assessor Tom Konis says that homeowners in Spokane County could pay as much as 9% more in property taxes come next year. The reason behind this is the fact that property values have increased by 30%, but that solely won't be passed along to property owners through tax assessments. Instead, some of that money will be voted on and potentially raised through levies and other measures.
Right now, we're looking at 8% inflation nationwide, and yet the municipalities are limited to 1%, which is great for us as taxpayers because it makes it a little more solid. This year we had, of course, unprecedented value increases, a little over 30% countywide. We are estimating probably about a 9% total tax increase. So it's not a direct correlation. If your value went up 30%, your taxes are not going to go up 30%. They can't.
And as Konis says, municipalities are limited to a 1% increase. The Spokane City Council was originally proposing a 0% increase for the upcoming year, but come next week, the committee will push for a 1% tax increase. Council member Michael Cathcart is against the increase and in the statement explains why. The Spokane City Council proposal to increase taxes across Spokane is misguided during this time of inflation and looming recession. I continue to hear from families and individuals across Spokane who are struggling to afford a rising cost of living, including just making rent or mortgage payments. Now, City Council is expected to vote next Monday on the increase. Property taxes are due in April and October of next year. In the newsroom, Malia Kamal, KREM 2 News.